We're live. We're not live yet. Actually, yeah, we are. We're live. We're good. We're good, folks. We're just getting set up. I'm just gonna situate our lighting.
Yeah, almost. One behind me would be great. No, you're fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that should be fine, I guess. What do you think?
That's good, I think. Do you want to jump on your phone and...
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, Christina's going to help me talk through it, too, while we do this. Let's do the Stickit first.
Yes.
So, how do you like to apply it? Because I like to apply it over a finish filed nail.
And then put your...
And then...
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, I'm going to need a buffer. I'll just give you a moment.
So I just, my nails, I've just filled. They're probably about a week's length grown out right now. So she's going to add some bling to me.
And mine are, like I was saying, 3 weeks grown out. Do you want to look on your phone at comments?
I can see it perfectly here.
I used Stickit for my gems and my caviar beads, and I haven't lost anything. And I have been using my hands, working in the warehouse, all that kind of stuff. So it holds up really, really well.
Which one do you want to do? Oh, there we go.
That's probably better. Okay, we're going to do the ring finger.
Yeah.
I'm just using a medium grit buffer, our medium grit buffer, to remove the shine from the surface of her nail. Like we were mentioning, or I was mentioning, I prefer to apply the Stickit and my crystals over a finish filed nail, and then I will seal around the crystals. And if I have a cluster of crystals in the middle of the nail or something, I'll just break out my detailer and I will use that to go around the crystals with my no wipe. So I'm just removing that shine. Christina's actually wearing a sneak peek color.
You got her. I know, a sneak peek of her
New colors.
new colors.
Possibly coming out.
Yeah. Possibly, folks.
Possibly. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Just gonna make sure I get that free edge, especially if we're gonna be resealing over top. We wanna make sure that that has been taken care of so the sealer will properly adhere.
I love this buffer so much.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Is that feeling okay?
Oh, it's totally good.
Okay, so I am going to dust off Christina's nail. If I can find my dust brush. Got it here. Okay, really making sure all that dust's off. This is what we were talking about, more of like a stiff bristle brush when you're dusting off the nails. Okay, so now I am going to use our blinger tool, which is another one of my must-haves.
I love this one.
So it's got blinger written on it there, beautiful crystal handle. It's got a dotting tool on one end, which is great for manipulating your crystals around and applying your Stickit. And then on the other end, we've got our wax tip for picking up crystals. So we actually have changed the color of our tools to silver. So we've got a silver lid on each end. I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm just gonna grab my Stickit. So with Stickit, don't be alarmed when you open your pot because Stickit is quite thick. Okay. See when when I put my dotting tool in there, you can kind of see it almost looks gritty. It's not though. Once it's applied on the nail and it's manipulated a little bit, it really self-levels nicely and smooths out. but you can see it's very stiff, which is great for holding your crystals in place. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to her nail. We're going to add some crystals. We'll add some starting at the cuticle, and then we're going to...
Ooh, I'm excited for this.
So all I'm doing is just guiding that product around, the Stickit around with the dotting tool. And I'm putting on enough so that when I stick my gems on, the Stickit will kind of come up along the outside of the crystal, but not up and over. So it kind of really encases that crystal in there. Just gonna reach over here. Okay. I'm going to use some of our Ugly Duckling Moonstone crystals. And...
yeah, we have some very beautiful ones.
We do. Moonstone definitely is the one that I'm drawn to a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking the lid off my handy dandy blinger tool. And I'll use the lid of our crystals here just to pour out a couple. Trying to avoid doing that. Okay, and with the wax, you don't have to push hard to pick up the crystal. All you do, you just lightly tap it. Okay, because otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to start denting your wax tip, and it's not going to come off as nice. As soon as it made contact with the Stickit, it came right off the wax applicator. I can gently, and I'm just gently tapping it to kind of help push it into that Stickit.
And that's what helps the gel to come around the stones.
Just applying a little bit of pressure, not a lot.
Lisa's nails, she's like, wow, I want those crystals. We have beautiful crystals.
We do. And again, like Yvonne said, if you guys ever have any ideas or suggestions, we are always open to it. I don't really have a design.
You know what?
We're
That's
just doing
okay.
Whatever.
I'm good with bling.
Okay. Another one of our big moonstone ones.
They're very vintage looking.
And they're nice, like they mix in, just because they're such a neutral shade that they really mix in with different colors. So it's a nice neutral kind of stone to mix in with other ones.
Just got a question on how you can buy. So if you're not quite registered on our online website, you would just have to go to the website and register, and then you can view all of our products.
And pricing and place orders.
Susan says the moonstone is her favorite too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Okay, and the nice thing too, you guys, about using Stickit for your crystals is you have the flexibility to move those around until you're happy with their placement. So unlike when you use a traditional glue or something like that to put on your stones, you have limited time. And there's been times where I've been creating this really pretty design with crystals for clients, and a crystal will accidentally fall off my blinger and falls into the glue, and it's there.
I know.
There's no getting rid of it. So this is kind of nice with the Stickit. It's another perk for sure. I'm going to add a little bit more here. We're going to put just a couple more at the very tip.
Yeah, so the size of crystals that we do have, the smallest being number 3.
My favorite.
Yeah, and then it goes up to number 10 that we do have for the largest. And you can view those on our website as well.
Okay. Now here. Nothing too crazy for you, Cease.
Christical likes crystals.
Christical.
You want to finish these off for me?
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, like I always do, I'm going to flip her hand. I want to make sure that I am as straight as possible, unless of course you're not wanting that, but I would prefer that.
I was going for a crooked design.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to pop this in our LED lamp, and I am going to cure this. Stickit is a 45-second to 60-second cure in an LED and a 2-minute cure in a UV.
Susan's any plans for larger than a number 10? She'd like to see number 20s, but I'm not familiar on what that looks like.
Number 20 is quite large.
They're stones.
They are. They mean business.
Yeah, you know what?
They are beautiful. But Susan, you know what? We'll bring it up with Mother Duck.
Yeah, Mother Duck, we'll discuss.
Okay, so just cleaning off the end of my blinger here, and I'm always putting the cap back on the wax end. The nice thing about it being wax too is if for some reason you accidentally do get glue or gel on it, no big deal. What you can do is you can just hold it in between your fingers for a couple seconds. That'll help heat up the wax, and you can just roll it back and forth, and that will help remold and reshape the tip back into a point.
Okay, so give that another couple of seconds.
I gotta grab my no wipe sealer. And there's one more step that I like to do just before I put the no wipe on too. Are there any questions for us that I see?
No. Oh, hold on one sec. Oh, one question just popped up. Can you cure the Stickit in an Artistic Pro 30 LED lamp?
I'm not familiar with that lamp. Is it LED or UV?
She said LED, so.
LED. So you should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We always recommend testing curing times too. Whenever you get a new product, I always recommend just taking a bit of the gel, putting it on a form, and kind of testing with different times. Just to see, because you never know. I mean, you think a lamp is a lamp is a lamp, but really...
Yeah. No, sorry, Susan, 45-second cure.
Okay, so what I like to do is I will take my Detailer 2, which if any of you have heard me talk about this brush, you know that it is my everything. And I am going to take my Stickit, I'm going to take my Detailer 2 brush, and I am just going to go around the perimeter of the stones. If I were using caviar beads today, like I used on my own nails, I would put a little bit of the Stickit over top of the caviar beads too. And this just really ensures that everything is nice and snug and in there, and it's not going to get away from you. And I'm not going over the stones, I'm just going around.
And the beautiful thing about this gel is, this Stickit, is that it cures with no inhibition layer.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about wiping that off before using a top coat.
Which makes it really great for products like Crystal Pixie, for sugaring. If you're wanting to do a full nail sugared with glitter, it works really well for that because you don't have that tacky inhibition layer after you're done.
And it's great for doing like full nail crystals too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm just going around the edge of those stones. I'm not going over top because of course with crystals you don't want to go over top. They're going to lose their dimension and their facets and they won't be as shiny anymore. But
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to pop that in there for another cure.
So the website is www.uglyducklingnails.com.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So put these ones away so I don't spill anything.
And we have lots. We have our clear ones. We have our metallic silver. Just lots of different colors, which is awesome. And this one's good.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to seal with our no wipe because the Stickit cures with a without an inhibition layer. Sorry, we're not going to have to worry about sealing over top of that. So I'm going to come in.
It's a 45-second cure for the Ugly Duckling Stickit.
I say 45 seconds to a minute, just to be safe.
Yeah, and like we said, that's just dependent on the lamp that you use. So it's never a bad thing to go a little bit longer if you're not sure.
Being careful around that cuticle, capping that free edge, making sure. holding my breath.
Don't mesh it up.
Don't schmuck it up.
And then you're like, don't move, Christina.
Yeah, she's laughing and her fingers like, ooh.
Okay, try to keep it
And guess what, guys? We're going to pop that in for another cure.
Jane Bailey. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
She's like, how did I ever manage without my detailer number 2?
Yes, Jane.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's a good one, and I'm not even an artsy person, and
It is I think it's, like, I mean, of course, I'm going to say all of our stuff is must-have. But the Detailer 2 is my absolute holy grail brush. I just love it.
I think we had a question here.
Okay.
If I was to use this with glitter, what would make it last longer?
No, would that make it last longer?
Wow,
It should. I mean, in the experience that I've had, my clients have done a full sugared nail with Stickit, and it's worked really well. The key, I think, is to, when you've applied the glitter, to use your finger and just lightly pat it in. You don't want to smush it because then you're gonna move the gel. But just by patting that gel or that glitter into the gel, it's really going to ensure that that gel is holding on to that glitter, and you're going to have good results that way. Another thing I'll do too, actually, is I'll take my Detailer 2 or my detailer. I'll put a little bit of No Wipe on a palette, and I'll put the gel sealer just on the very free edge of the nail. And that will help ensure that that free edge is capped in, so just to help prevent too much wear on the free edge of the nail. So there we go. There's Christina's finished nail using our Stickit and our No Wipe.
So you guys can see I'm rubbing it hard, and it's on there. And it's amazing too, because Natasha's had hers on for what, 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, almost 4. I did them
Oh my
just before I went
gosh.
away on vacation. Can you do a tutorial with your crystal cluster under nails? Absolutely. Christina and I are both working on videos for our own YouTube channels too. I have a YouTube channel. If you just go on YouTube and search Natasha Harton or Natasha Harton Nails, it should come up. And Christina.
Well, actually, I do have a YouTube channel.
Yes,
I
you
have
do.
one video, folks, and I believe it's Christina Kronk.
Yeah.
As well, and also to following us on our Instagram pages would be awesome if you guys aren't already. Yes.
So mine is Natasha Harton, NatashaHarton.
And mine is Christical. That's ChrystACle. Sometimes I get confused. It's Christical.
Okay, so now, guys, we are going to do the Schmelt it.
Ooh.
So I think I might need. Do we have
that?
tips
Oh,
here?
that's a
I
great.
think I saw tips somewhere.
Half a second. We'll just go grab some. They're just in the drawer around the corner. Yes, but honestly, like, we've worn crystals or even those little caviar beads you can put on, and it's on there hard. I'm rubbing this, and it's just excellent. So if you guys haven't got your Stickit yet, you should try it out.
It definitely feels secure. Like, I don't worry about hitting my stones or anything like that.
Totally.
Okay, so I'm just getting a tip ready here. Because it's on a display tip, I'm not going to buff the nail. It's not being worn, so Stickit is pretty simple to use, or sorry, Schmelt it is pretty simple to use, but it creates a really beautiful, almost watercolor effect. So it's definitely something for those who are not crazy about nail art, but want to create something that looks visually really cool. This is a great, thank you, a great product to use. So Stickit at the moment comes in black and white. And when people ask about it, like, why does it come in black and white? I always just say, think of the Stickit, oh my gosh, the Schmelt it.
I know.
The Schmelt it as the outline of your design.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be using our white Schmelt it. You'll notice that there are a few bubbles in the pot, and that's okay. Once we pick it up, we apply it with our gel brush. That's going to smooth out, and those bubbles will be taken care of. Oh, and I need a gel polish color. I'm just going to grab that real quick.
Yeah. We do have lots to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
And this too, we also sell is our crystal tip display. So they're great for, you know, doing demos and displaying your nail art for pictures. The crystal comes in clear as well as a beautiful baby pink. And it comes with 5 silver and 5 gold metal posts, as well as a bar that you can display your tips on as well.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I thought I had all my supplies ready to go.
That's okay. That's how I am behind the table working nail tech. Oh, forgot this, forgot that.
Okay, so we are going to use a gel brush to apply our Schmeltit. So I'm just going to go into our pot. I'm going to pick up a fair amount, not tons, but enough to cover the whole nail. Because what we're going to do is we're going to apply 1 coat of Schmeltit, and then we're going to do a full cure. And you can tell it's very pigmented. It's a little bit thicker viscosity of gel. So as I'm pulling it over the nail, that's helping smooth out any of those bubbles that we saw in the pot. I think I got rogue glitter stuck in there.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen in
yeah,
this one.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and this coat is not overly thick. We don't have to worry about having total coverage because we are going to be putting another coat over top. And we are going to be doing our design too. So if the base layer is not totally opaque, it's no big deal. All right, we're going to pop this in the lamp for a 45-second cure. Again, 45 seconds to a minute in an LED lamp, and 2 minutes in an UV. Oh, look what I just did. Darn it, I forgot to take the lid off. That's okay. My clients would always laugh at me because with every client I would either knock something over or spill something or...
Oh, yes.
It's not a nail appointment with me until I've spilled something.
That is very true.
Okay, so like I said, I'm using number 64 gel polish today. It's a nice deep purple color, and up close you guys probably can't tell on the camera, but it has a really pretty lighter purpley, almost gold shimmer in it. It's really beautiful. Okay, I think we're ready for that. Our crystal tip display has this nice magnetic post. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some more of our Schmeltit. I'm going to do another layer, and this layer we're going to leave wet because we are going to be creating our design in this layer. So that's the key. You do not want to cure this layer, otherwise it will not schmelt for you.
I like that.
Right, just working that on there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to grab my Detailer 2. I've got a palette right beside me. I'm putting some of my number 64 gel polish on my palette. I'm going to be working with my Detailer 2 again. And we're going to create a design here. I think today I'll do a flower. I'm going to do the whole nail as a flower.
Cool.
So I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. And you guys are going to be able to see as I'm applying the gel polish, the Schmeltit is going to start kind of pushing outwards. And it creates an outline for you for your design. Okay, and you don't want to use tons of gel polish.
What happens if you do?
It doesn't spread as well. It doesn't schmelt as well.
And you don't get maybe the fine details.
Yeah, you don't get the whole effect. You can see here already, this is already starting to push outward. It's starting to melt. We say that Schmeltit kind of creates that watercolor effect, and it really does. Okay. I'm going to do a bigger petal, so I'm going to use a little bit more product, but it's being spread out in a greater area. I love this effect so much.
It's gorgeous.
It is really pretty.
It'd be gorgeous with like a soft pink for like a wedding day or something.
Totally. Like almost not even there, but
totally.
and And you can see as I'm working, the colors aren't blending together because that Schmeltet is in between there. So that's creating that really fine outline and creating that detail of our flower for us.
Oh, hi, Sue. Susie from Nail Career Education.
Hi, Susie.
She is asking, does this look as effective with light colors as well?
Well, it depends on what the kind of look you're going for is. It definitely will be softer, but it still will be effective. You'll still get the same effect from the Schmelted. It will still kind of create those outlines, but depending on the shade that you use, it'll be more visible or less visible. More visible with the darker shades for sure.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
She's holding her breath, folks.
I am. I'm like,
it's like, thank you.
So you can tell the inside is definitely kind of melted a little bit more. So once I get to the outside, I will let it sit for a couple more seconds before I put it in there for a final cure. And that way it'll give the product enough time to do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
But you can tell right here, I've applied it thicker. It's not melting as much as it did on the inside. So definitely if you have more gel polish on there, you're not going to get the same effect as if you use a little bit less.
Cool. That looks wonderful.
All right, so we're going to pop that in the lamp. We're going to do a full cure, which is 45 seconds to a minute in an LED and 2 minutes in a UV.
Blonde Bombshell _8 says you're super talented.
Aw, thank you.
Hi from Portugal.
Hi. This is so fun. I could be
is.
live talking to everybody all
It's
day.
true. How fun would that be? And Susan says it'd be gorgeous using a gold.
Oh,
yes.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
What is our number 14, I think? No.
Yeah, that's the one.
14, really soft.
It's beautiful.
That's one of my favorites.
It's kind of like for me, I think it's like white gold.
White gold,
It's
totally.
beautiful. And it's great for especially doing the marbled nails.
Yep.
As a highlighter for
Totally.
sure.
Okay, we're going to pop that out just so we don't bore you guys, but you can see it's cured nicely. None of those bubbles have come to the surface, and that's because I made sure when I was applying it to really pull that Schmeltet over the nail, get rid of any of those air bubbles. Unfortunately with gel, it's bound to happen. So just really making sure you work those bubbles out on the nail will prevent them from coming out as it's curing.
Hi from Iran, Trinidad, and Chile.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Okay, so we're going to seal with our No Wipe Gel Sealer. I always love this moment when you put the top coat on because it kind of smooths everything and you just really see your design shine through. I've never used this color with Schmelted before. I really like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the rich, deep purples.
Okay, so there it is before we pop it in the light. It's got the No Wipe top coat on there. And Christical, how long is our No Wipe top coat cured for in UV or LED?
Our No Wipe top coat, as well as all our gel polish, is a 45-second cure in LED and 2 minutes in a UV.
Do you guys have any questions about Schmelted or Stickit or any of the Ugly Duckling products?
Okay, we have still having a bit of problems with Stickit. Okay, tell us a little bit more. What is the issue? And we'll be glad to help you.
Try our best, for sure. Oh, it's getting dark here already. Oh my god, I love this rose. Thank you. This is one of my favorite designs to do, I think.
Oh, for sure.
And you guys, it's super simple. You guys, this is something that you can do on your client, especially if they want something last minute. It's something simple and quick that you could do, and it's really, really pretty.
Are you going to make it in clear?
You guys will have to stay tuned,
You know
won't
what?
you?
You guys are just... Yep.
You never know.
We like to
folks.
give you a little bit and then, back off a little bit. Yes, we do ship internationally. And are they both available from the Australian website?
You know what? Off the top of my head, I'm not positive, but Mary is fabulous.
Yes,
and
she
if you
is.
have anything that you're wanting her to bring in, I'm sure if you contacted her, she would be more than happy to do that for you.
Mm-hmm. And how many colors of Schmelted do we have?
At the moment, we have 2. We have black and white.
And
Stickit is very new. Like it only launched last week.
oh yeah, so it's like it's
brand new. I don't think any of our distributors have it at the moment. We just started shipping it last week.
Yes.
So hold tight. It's brand new. I'm sure that Australia will be getting it soon.
Hi, Les.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, you guys.
No problem.
Great. Look at that, Natasha. How beautiful is that?
And you know what? You don't even have to do a flower design.
No.
Like I'm going to do, and I'm sure Christina's going to do too, some art ideas with Schmelt it and Stickit and all that good stuff.
Natasha will probably do all the complex things, and I'll probably do basic things. She's our art girl.
Okay, so yeah, she said again, Dynamite looks, Dynamite, what problems are you having with Stickit? We will try our best to help troubleshoot and see if we can figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And if not, and you guys have any questions regarding our product, you can get a hold of us quite easily through email.
Yeah.
The email that you would want to contact us is contact.uglyduckling@gmail.com. That's any product-related questions you may have, and we will do our very best to troubleshoot and help you with any of that.
Can you do marble designs with it? You absolutely can. Oh yeah, it actually would do most of the work for you.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too.
Well, thanks guys so much for joining us.
Well, maybe we'll wait one more more just because of the Stickit question.
No, absolutely.
But thanks for joining us
But
today.
yeah, I was just going to say, we hope to go live more often with our new products because we are working very hard at getting product videos out of all of our fabulous stuff. But that does take time, and you guys are being super patient, so we do appreciate that.
We do, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ducklings. Love you guys. Gotta go. I'm sick and
Feel better, Susan.
Feel better, Susan.
Feel better. Yeah, that's pretty, hey?
So pretty. Yeah. Aw. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Okay, so we do unfortunately have to go.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, I forget her name. But if you wanted to email us your question about Stickit, we would be more than happy to help you. Again, the email you can send it to is contact.uglyduckling@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Jane. Okay. So I guess with that, maybe I'm putting too much, but it creates a film, gooey film. I think you're putting too much. So definitely use it a little bit more sparingly.
And it could be maybe under-cured a little bit?
I think maybe too, especially if it is thicker. So this is where the playing with your cure times comes into effect for sure. Mm-hmm. And just testing it out in your lamp. But definitely try it a little bit thinner. And even if you have to add it little bit by little bit, like sometimes on some of my clients, what I would do is I would just add enough for this section of crystals. Mm-hmm. Then I would cure it. Then add a little bit more, cure it, add a little bit more, and cure it. Just so you know that you're not using too much.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. So many ways of doing it.
Yeah. So if you're still having issues, though, after trying to use a little bit less and curing a little bit longer, don't be afraid to email us and let us know, and we'll try and help our best we can.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
great.
great.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week for another episode of TBH.
Yeah, TBH.
To be honest, I guess ducklings are out.
Yeah, ducklings are out.